Hello everyone, welcome to Anyone Can Code. If you are here for the first time, please subscribe my channel for latest updated videos. If you feel the content is relevant, please share with your friends and family members. And any specific topic that you want me to cover, please leave a comment. With that saying, we are going to start the today's topic. So, hello guys, are you afraid of learning programming languages? Are you scared about writing code? But you are very much interested to learn some programming, and if you want to become a software developer, but you don't know from where to start and how to start and what are the various tools that are going to be make your development journey easy. So this is the question most of the students and the professionals have if they are not started coding yet, and what is the best programming language that they can start off with. So there are bunch of programming languages available in the market, like example C, C++, Java, Python. You can name, there are a lot of programming languages available, but what is the best programming language that you can learn in the year of 2025 with the current marketing trends or the programming language evolution trends in the era of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So I started this particular series to teach you Python programming language as the basic in order to get started with your developer journey. Wait, so I think the people who know me, I'm a Java developer for 15 years. Why I started teaching Python as the beginner course for most of you, and why I am recommending you to learn Python programming language as a first choice for your development activities, right? So there are several reasons. I'm definitely going to break the myth of learning programming language is only for engineering graduates or the computer science background students, right? If you're really interested and if you're passionate towards writing the code, and if you have the analytical skills and you are going to become a software engineer, then definitely this course is for you. So in this course, I am going to cover the basics of programming language using Python. I especially crafted the journey, especially for the people who want to start their software engineering journey, right? So I divided this course into 4 different sections. In the first section, I am going to cover the fundamentals and the basic programming skills which are required for a developer using Python. And I'm not only going to teach the syntax and semantics of the Python programming language. For sure, I'm going to clarify if you learn any of the particular topic, I'll make sure where you can use that particular topic in your day-to-day activities and your development efforts. And secondly, once you are familiar with the basic concepts of Python, we are going to learn the advanced concepts of Python. Example, if you want to become a web developer using Python, Python is provided various libraries and frameworks. Like example, Django is one of the framework if you want to develop a web-based application. And currently in the market, using Python, if you want to develop a web-based application or APIs, Fast API is one of the leading framework or the library which is from Python. And third, we are going to explore the most happening thing in the market, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning. So we are going to try to explore few of the libraries which are offered by the Python. Example, NumPy, SciPy. So these are used in scientific calculations, and if you want to derive any of the applications using Python. And I'll try to even cover a few of the modules, like if you want to read the content from the image. Suppose example, I have a PDF file where I would like to extract the content or the text from the images, where we can extensively use one of the famous library from Python called OpenCV. So this OpenCV is predominantly used in pattern recognition, facial recognition, and if you want to extract the content, if you want to process the audio and video. So OpenCV is one of the library which we can leverage extensively. So I will try my best to cover what are the features are going to be um, used from the OpenCV. So that is going to be the third module that I am planning to cover as part of this learning series. And fourthly, whatever you have learned in first stage, second stage, and third stage, we'll try to apply all our knowledge, and we'll try to build some sort of real world use cases, or we'll try to build a use case and we'll try to solve the problem with the help of all our learnings. So I think this is going to be a good journey going forward. So first we'll start with Python journey, how the Python programming language evolved, the history. I strongly believe if you want to learn any of the programming language, if you know the in and outs of the programming language, right, then it is definitely give you a great push to get start to learn the programming language. Okay, so with that saying, we'll try to jump to how we can get started with the journey of the programming language learning. So in this session, at a high level, I'll try to cover the history of the Python programming language, how it is evolved, what are the various major milestones for the Python programming language as such, and we'll try to install Python locally, and I will suggest few of the tools which are going to be used for your day-to-day development activities. Okay, and we'll try to run the first Python program. So let's get started. Let me share my screen for a while. Okay, so just give me a moment. All right. So the agenda for today, we'll try to see the what is a programming language means, right? So this is a common question most of the people have, right? So what do you mean by a programming language, right? So a programming language is nothing but a series of instructions written by a person, that instructions are understood by your computer. Okay, so that is at a high level the meaning of a programming language, right? So you write something if you want to automate something, right? So for that automation, you are going to use the computer, but computer is not going to understand whatever the humans are speaking, right? So in order to convey your message to an electronic device like computer, you need to use some sort of interface which is going to translate your need, your requirement into a system understandable format, right? That is where the programming languages are evolved in the market, right? So there are bunch of programming languages, if you name it, like example C, C++, COBOL, Pascal, right? Java, C Sharp, JavaScript, Python. So there are bunch of programming languages which are available, right? So forget about all these programming language names for that matter for now. Try to learn, focus on the Python, and then if you learn sincerely Python programming language, how to code in Python, then definitely you are going to write in any of the programming language as well. So I'll try to compare the same code, how you can write. Once you write the code in Python, we'll try to compare the similar logic how you can apply in some other programming language. As I am a Java developer, probably I can compare at least Java with Python, so that you can correlate. You are going to get that confidence. Okay, I know Python. It is just a matter of time to learn some syntax to make comfortable with some other programming languages like Java and C Sharp. Okay, so to the point, programming language is nothing but a series of steps or instructions given to computer to solve a problem, right? So we are going to give the instructions to the computer which is going to solve your problem. The problem can be small, medium, large. It doesn't really matter, right? So for you, it might be a small problem, but for others, it might be a bigger problem, right? So no matter what it is, you just articulate your automation requirements in a series of steps, right? So suppose example, if you want to construct a building, right, you cannot build the house in one shot. So there is a step by step process. So similarly, if you want to achieve your automation goal, right, so you would definitely give the instructions in a sequential manner, right? Your code is also going to execute in a sequential manner. So first thing is, that is the meaning of, I mean, the programming language is nothing but it is a series of steps or a set of instructions which is given for the computer to solve the problem. So we are going to learn Python as a programming language to solve your problems, right? Okay, fine, that is good. So when the Python was first initial released, and what type of programming language is, right? So what is basically a Python? So Python is not a snake, by the way, and the name of the Python programming language is not inspired by the snake what we are seeing outside or in the zoo or somewhere else, right? So the name of the Python is inspired from one of the famous circus brand in British. So from there, the majestic Python circus or something with that name. So that is how the name of the programming language was derived. Okay. So the initial version of Python is released in the year of 1991, and I really don't want to go much details into the other versions which are introduced, but the major milestones for Python, 2000 is the big major milestone. Okay, so Python is basically not a snake which is inspired from a British circus name. Okay, so the first version released in 1991, and the major version Python 2.0 is released in the year of 2000, and the current stable version of Python is 3.x, which is released in 2008. So after 2008, probably from 2010 onwards, Python is getting its popularity by adding a lot of libraries and modules to Python. So there are several reasons I told you in the beginning of this session why people are chosen programming, I mean Python as a programming language for that matter, right? Even in the companies also, if there is any new project they would like to build, so there is always an healthy discussion will happen which programming language is going to be suits for this particular need, right? So there's a debate is going to be happen, and finally they are going to derive with some sort of conclusion based on their need. But if you look at from the last couple of years, Python is growing its popularity and it's become one of the most widely adapted programming language. I'll show you some interesting statistics, right? So if you look at the, there is an index called TIOB index. Okay, so TIOB index is basically showing what is the programming language which is used across the industries. What are the top programming language just which are available in the market? If you look at in 2024, Python is ranked as the most or the number one programming language, and this is the increasing rate from compared to last year. It compares with 2023, and the increase of the Python programming language adoption is 25.98% of the people are started adopting Python. This is one story. It is third or fourth consecutive year Python is standout is the number one programming language which is widely used across the industries no matter what the domain is. It can be an e-commerce domain, it can be a finance domain, or it can be artificial intelligence and machine learning cases. Of course, AI and ML is the big thing, and for sure, if you want to become artificial intelligence and machine learning, if you want to execute any of the use cases, 100% Python is the first choice for that matter. Of course, so Java is stand in fourth place. There are several reasons why Java in fourth place. We can talk why Java in fourth place, being a Java developer, why I was started Python instead of Java. We'll definitely talk more. So I'm very much passionate to even teach Java also. I'm going to cover Java training tutorials in a separate series, but we'll come to that. And if you scroll down a bit, see this is the graph. If you look at for Python, the blue graph, right? How it is evolving, right? Over the period, how the Python programming language, if you look at this blue line from 2002 it is started, and now if you look at in the year of uh, okay, let me, yeah, in the year of 2024, if you look at the graph is very high, right? So this is indicating Python learning is not going to be waste of your time. For sure, whatever I'm going to teach you here, it is going to be definitely useful some are the other places, whether you want to become a web developer, whether you want to become a software engineer for that matter, and you are going to become a cloud engineer using AWS, GCP, and some other Azure, any other cloud platform for that matter. And if you want to become a DevOps engineer, where you are going to use the Jenkins or Dockers or Kubernetes or whatever, right? And if you want to become a data scientist, or if you want to become a data engineer or the data analyst, right, then definitely you are going to be encountered the need of Python for sure, right? So next thing is from 2010 onwards it is rapidly increasing. A lot of community people came forward and contributing to the Python to evolve in terms of the modules and other things. Okay, so this is all about a brief history of Python, how it is evolved, and what roles can be used Python as a programming language, right? Right. So web development. So if you want, as I already mentioned, if you want to become a web developer, definitely fast API you can use for that matter. Django, or people are called as Django or Django. There is a framework called Bottle. There is a framework called Flask, right? So these are the various web development frameworks which are available. And if you want to develop a machine learning engineer, probably NumPy, data scientists and data engineers are going to use pandas, right? And we are going to use Cborn, right? For artificial intelligence and machine learning, OpenCV is one of the famous modules that you can leverage, right? So, and there is and one more interesting thing is a huge community is available for Python, and plenty of libraries available. You really need not to develop the logic from the scratch. You really need not to scratch your head at all. So there are bunch of libraries available for scientific calculations, for facial recognition for that matter, right? So if you want to extract the content from the images, right? If you want to process a huge volume of PDF, if you want to extract the content from the audio, suppose example I am currently speaking, right? You can use Python for transcripting whatever I'm speaking here. You can take the content from the audio or video clip, and you can run some sort of artificial intelligence and machine learning use cases to get the description. Suppose example, if my video is for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, right? If you're not patient enough to go through the 40 minutes content, then definitely you can leverage the artificial intelligence and machine learning. Give this video. Internally, Python is going to extract the content completely in English. It will give you the summarized report, right? So definitely those things can be executed with the help of Python. Okay, and one more important and interesting thing I would like to address here is, whenever you try to learn any of the programming language, the right tools are very much needed. Just because of not the right tools in your hand, how much frustration you will get, I can sense definitely. During my early stages, 15 years or 10 years back, we don't have that much luxury to use the tools like what we have today to learn the programming language, right? So what are those important tools that you can use? Especially I am completely encouraging in my learnings the tools which are really helping for the productivity, for the learning purpose. In the same way, if you want to become a pro developer in Python, what tools that you are going to use and how we are going to start our first Python program going to execute, we're going to look at in the next video. Please stay tuned and be some patient if the length of the video is going to be little longer. I'll try to keep the video as short as possible, but in next video we are going to start executing our first Python program with the help of a tool which I am going to recommend for you. You can download while watching the video itself. You can simply download the video. No additional setup is required, right? Simply download the video, install, click next, and we can start our first Python program. Thank you for watching the video.